Hello, I'm Gil Zilkha. Welcome to Essential Classical Music. This video is taken from my larger video on the consensus reference recordings of the core classical music repertoire. Not my choices, but rather the collective critical consensus that has filtered down through the years, across generations, across continents, to which you have also contributed. And if you agree with my choices, or if you think the consensus lies elsewhere, as always, feel free to comment, and I hope you enjoy it. Let's move on now to Debussy and his orchestral music. I'm just going to talk about his two most famous works, La Mer and Prélude à la Prémédie d'un faune. And for this one, it's a little bit more murky. I think there's a lot of debate over this. There's a lot of versions you could choose. But first, the one that really stands out as one that kind of came to the fore is this one from the mid-60s. Herbert von Karajan with the Berlin Philharmonic, very lushly performed and recorded, which maybe is part of the controversy for some who don't like the interpretation. But regardless, it certainly has garnered critical acclaim and held that position since. However, there's another version which also occupies a high place with critics still today, which is a little bit, compared to Karajan, maybe a little bit less on the lush side, so maybe it complements the Karajan well. And that is Bernard Haitink from the 70s with the Concertgebouw. So I'm going to say these are two co-chairs for this repertoire. Then moving on to the Debussy and the Ravel string quartets. This is a case where you have two works from different composers that are combined together in recordings so often that you can just call it one thing. There's only one other case where I'm going to discuss that'll be the Grieg and Schumann piano concertos. And in this case, again, string quartet repertoire, it's a little bit more difficult. There's been a ton of great recordings of these works. And I almost want to punt and say there is no reference. But I do think there is one that has stood out probably more than others since it was recorded, and that is this one, the Quartetto Italiano from the mid-60s. So I'm going to say that is our reference for the Debussy and Ravel string quartets. Now let's move on to his piano music, and this one is kind of a slam dunk in critical circles, and that's Walter Gieseking. This was recorded in the 50s. It was in mono, I think. I'm not sure if all of it was mono. It might have been partly mono or mostly mono, but it's a fairly old recording, but it's with piano, so it's not that bad. But Gieseking was considered the Debussy master, and this is a pretty easy choice if you're identifying a reference version. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did, I hope you'll also take time to click the like and subscribe buttons. And with that, I want to wish you all a great day and happy listening.